Bridget Riley is one of our most important living artists in Britain. She's renowned internationally for her radical abstract paintings. And the story that we're telling with this small exhibition at the Courtauld is the story of the beginnings of her artistic voice. In 1959, at the outset of her career and fresh out of art school, she became interested in Georges Seurat and decided to copy one of his paintings, and so she chose the bridge at Courbevoie from the Courtauld. Her point was not to make an exact replica of the work, but it was to understand Seurat's process with his very particular technique of using these small dots of pure color that are juxtaposed next to each other to create this vibrancy and this very dynamic surface. So her copy is slightly different. The canvas is slightly larger, her dots are slightly larger, the colors are slightly different because she was working actually from a reproduction in a book. She knew Georges Seurat's painting very well, but she wanted the isolation of her studio, so that's why she worked from a reproduction. After her copy, she decided to then do a series of paintings using his technique, but of her own composition. So she did a small group of works, of which Pink Landscape is the last in the series and really the culmination. It represents the rolling hills outside of Siena as the heat dissolves the forms. Just the way that she's used those colors to convey that heat and that shimmer on the surface, you can see how the canvas is slowly teetering on the brink of abstraction. After this Pink Landscape, she felt very confident that she had integrated the lessons from Seurat, and that's when she moved on to her black and white abstract paintings. And even though it seems like an incredible and surprising jump from Pink Landscape to Tremor, for example, there's actually a very striking link between them. So the triangles that you see in Tremor are, for her, the equivalent of Seurat's dots, just really pared down to their essence. In the next couple of years, throughout the 1960s, she worked with those simple geometric shapes. Slowly, she reintroduced color first of all, through gray tones. And then at the end of the decade, introducing a few colors. This reintroduction of color in her work also took her back to Seurat, in that she saw her stripes, again, as an extension of Seurat's dots, literally extending the color over the length of the canvas, giving it a color a bit more presence. What's very interesting about Riley's engagement with Seurat is that not only was he crucial at the onset of her career, but he has also remained an absolutely key figure for her, and she keeps returning to his art and to her early works to find new inspiration and new direction in her artistic development. So, for example, Ecclesia, which dates from 1985, she says is Pink Landscapes in lines. This small exhibition has only 7 paintings in it, but we hope in just one room you get the essence of what looking at the old masters can create in the hands and the eye and the mind of such an incredible artist like Bridget Riley.